Hello, everybody. I'm here at the Cineplex. I just saw Don't Worry, Darling. I liked it. I thought it was really good. I've read it. There was a lot of controversy about the film and the making of it, and conflict on the set. Then there's Florence Pugh. I think that's how it's pronounced. Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde, who also directed it. And it's supposedly, Olivia Wilde said that one of the characters in the film is inspired by a certain psych prof, former podcaster, former psych prof, Eugen, who I won't name, but who has come up in various podcasts of my own. He would not be aware of the existence of the Nutty Professor, but the Nutty Professor is aware of him, as is most of the world. So I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that, but yeah, I could see why people said that, and I could also see that he wouldn't be too happy about it. But anyway, it's interesting though. It was a good film. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was well made, and I thought it was interesting, and maybe also because of that little kind of angle that kind of interests me, that kind of intrigues me. It was that, and I can see it. I could see it all the way through. Once you start seeing it with that mindset, you see how it fits. Anyway, and I won't say more about it, but it was good. Now I have to go find something to eat, and maybe chicken. I haven't had chicken in a few days now, and I can't think of. I'll get fish and chips. Anyway, I'll figure something out. I'm having the Monday special of halibut and chips. Their hot sauce, if you brought in that little thing, is sriracha, which is not my favorite hot sauce. I would prefer Tabasco, but it's okay. It works. So, and I put lots of vinegar and salt and pepper, and it's actually quite good. And it's very reasonable for like $11 plus the Coke. It's really not that much more than having points. Using points, then you have to pay the difference anyway. So, and not too many good fish places on the points. It's like mostly chicken for some reason. Anyway, I'm enjoying this, and then I'm going to head back to the kids. Bye for now. It's raining. Bye for now. Just came in the door, haven't even taken off my hat yet, and my jacket, and everybody's fine. Everybody's here in the living room. I think all the ears are accounted for. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ears. No clumps of hair. I don't think anyone's been fighting. The Queen has been sitting very nicely on her new throne there, very, very soft, bed of blankets. Hello, everybody. I'm here at the place on Lakeshore, Indian Place. Usually don't make it here in time, but I just got here at 2, and they closed the kitchen. They closed the place for after lunch at 2:30, and she just kind of let me in. So I'm having I wanted the gobi aloo to test it out for my friend who likes gobi aloo, but they didn't have it today. So I'm having palak, spinach, and paneer. So and it comes with naan and rice and everything. Now the news is there was a strong pull again yesterday. Someone else's news, but made it and had a good night with the babies on the bed all night, and Agita on her perch, and and I had my session with my analyst today on Zoom after a long time, but it was good. It was good to quote see unquote him again. That's our joke. We're talking about quote seeing unquote on Zoom, but it was good to quote see unquote him again on Zoom, and he's kept up with the podcast, so he kind of knows what's going on, and it was good for a little. But the next one will be in about a month, and he follows the podcast, so it was good. It was actually really good. So now that's another kind of push to make it another month, next Zoom session with my analyst. So we're going month to month now. So but the closer sub goals are trip to the house to drop the sink later this week, probably Friday. I'm going to stay clear till that. And then I wanted to make it till 15 weeks. That was a fairly major goal, and I'm pretty close. It's 13 weeks today, so 2 weeks. So, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after will be 2 weeks, and will be 15 weeks, and then the next one will be the session with the analyst in 2 weeks after that. Plus, I think somewhere in there we've got 100 days coming up. So actually, that's pretty soon. That's that's next week. So we've got various sub goals, just as always, day by day. So the usual rechannelings, and the biggest push is obviously the kids, and they're going out like this. And I've still got a lot of points to use, and there's still some movies I want to see. Probably food has arrived, palak paneer, and that's like a carrots and zucchini or something salad, and that's a naan, rice, and raisa. And the chef remembered me, and I just asked her for green chilies, and she said, "Oh, he's already sent it." I saw her on the other side of the plate. It was kind of hiding, and I'm like, "Oh, there they are." Chef remembers me, and they're hot. These green chilies are hot. I'm just gonna get a cola. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go, I think, get another pair of glasses. Same prescription, but these ones are a bit heavy, and I have another frame, so I'll use these ones for driving and stuff for outside, because these are photosensitive to become dark, and the other ones I'll get just for without the photosensitive for writing and being in the condo. I just got back and took off my jacket, and I haven't put away the groceries yet. I stopped at Sobeys on the way back. So, and one of the babies has come to investigate the groceries. There's no cat food in there, sweetie. We've got lots of cat food in the cupboard. And then we've got the other baby there, wondering about. He knows I'm coming to the kitchen to put away the stuff. And Agita is very comfortably settled here on her pile of blankets. And as usual, everybody's got their ears. No clumps of hair on the ground. There hasn't been. Hello, everybody. I'm here at East Side Mario's, and I'm having the tomato soup, which is the only one. The other one is meat. And I'm going to get a salad. Last couple of times I got them together. She said, "Oh, people usually order them separately." So I'm like, "Fine, let's get the soup first, and then the salad, and then the entree, tilapia fish." So last night there was the ball. Nothing new there, but it was fine. Stayed home with the kids, and then morning with the kids. And I heard from my contractor, and apparently there's a problem with the new dryer. They opened the box. It had been sitting in the back room for, the last 3 weeks. They opened the box, and the glass door is shattered. So so he said, "Well, you have to call them." So I called them, and he said, I'll look into it. I talked to the salesman, not the manager. And then I decided I might as well come out to eat anyway, because I didn't go out to eat yesterday, and I could use points here, and this is right by the little bit past the BadBoy. So I stopped into the BadBoy, but they hadn't been able to find my order for, and I forgot to bring mine. But I think maybe you wrote down the wrong number or something. But the receptionist got it, but the manager and salesman were. But she paid them, but they're doing inventory or something at the back. So I'm like, okay, look, I'm going to go eat anyway. It's very late lunch, early supper. It's like 4:30. So I'm like I'm going to go eat anyway nearby. I'll come back in an hour. And she said, I'll make sure that they... Hello, everybody. I'm here at BadBoy, and this is the first time that I've had a bit of a problem. An issue with them, and I'm not quite sure right now about the whole nobody's better thing. We're going to have to see how this plays out, but this is the first issue I've had in buying stuff from BadBoy in quite some time, in some years. As you've been, my very few viewers have been watching, the appliances were delivered, and they were sitting in the box. I've shown this. They were sitting in the box at the house in the family room, but we didn't get to it because, they were in the box, and he's been doing other stuff. And for my contractor, to actually get to the stage of installing the appliances within 3 weeks of delivery is like instantaneous, because this has been the whole renovation has been going on for almost 5 years now. So the fact that he's actually been moving and the bathroom is ready to the point where he is ready to start installing the appliances is a huge progress, Now, come here and give the number for the manufacturer. So customer service for the manufacturer, and it's after 5. If somebody had helped me when I'd come earlier at 3:30, it would have been business hours. But now it's after 5, and I'm getting a thing. You have to leave your number, and we'll call you back, and your number has to be in the system. And I'm like, but I haven't registered the product yet. I have to register the product and then it'll be in the system. So I'm talking to the salesperson, and he takes me to the clerk at the front desk who deals with the stuff. And she goes, you can register it when you talk to the person. And the salesman is going, when you talk to them, kind of go, it was delivered last week, right? It was actually 3 weeks, Now, the clerk, she goes, and this is what kind of annoyed me a bit. She goes, oh, if you had called within 72 hours, then Bad Boy would take care of it. But because it's been more than 72 hours, you have to go through the manufacturer's warranty, and I have to call, give them the serial number, and say it's, concealed damage, because we didn't. Now, my thing is, if that's the case, you have to tell me when it's being delivered in a box. I didn't even know it was going to be in a box, but when it's going to be delivered in a box, you have to tell me that within 74 hours you must check the product, because nobody told me that. And with my guy, the likelihood of getting to something within 72 hours is very, very slim. The fact that he got to it within 3 weeks is just amazing to me. Hello, everybody. I just got back, took off my coat and stuff, and Agita is very nicely settled on the sofa. Of course, all ears accounted for, no tufts of hair. Everyone seems to have been getting along well. Even though I was gone for like 4 or 5 hours with all the stuff happening, the very slow meal. It's good at Eastside Mario's, but it takes forever to eat all that salad. So with the time there, and then Bad Boy and this latest little drama thing, it would have been so much easier if they had just taken care of it. Now I have to go get serial number, call Whirlpool, and deal with runarounds, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to get tomorrow. So, yes, I guess we should have opened the box immediately and checked it. But, it was nicely packed. And as I was trying to explain to the clerk, for my contractor to get to it within 3 weeks is like speed of sound. That is the fastest he's never moved on anything. So, it was to get to opening the box this year was incredible. It didn't open the boxes for the, kitchen cabinets for, I think, 4.5 years. So, 3 weeks is not a big delay, but still, yeah, I guess we should have checked it. Anyway, so we got one of the babies there, and I will deal with it tomorrow, I'll have to go back and forth between the two things, and, Hello, everybody. Here I am at the house, and this is the situation. Washer dryer are here in the family room, where they were left by the delivery people in the boxes. Boxes not opened until a couple of days ago because he wasn't ready for it. And he opened the boxes by cutting the box open, and found this. And that's the dryer, and that's the little piece of the dryer, and the little, bits of glass, little tiny little shards of glass, right in the back of the box. So my theory, or my contractor theory, is that this was damaged quite some time ago. This is not on the truck coming here, and certainly not after getting here. This was in the warehouse some time ago. Somebody might have dropped it, even, a couple of inches or 6 inches, and the whole thing shattered. And then as it was moved around, and, all the little pieces came to the back. At least that's his theory. Now, I'm getting a little bit of a runaround, but the Bad Boy people said because you didn't check within 72 hours. And my thing is, if you need us to check within 72 hours, you have to if that's your policy, you really have to make that clear. And especially with my contractor, for him to open the box within 3 weeks is the speed of sound. I mean, the boxes for the cabinets were there for like, I think 4 years before you opened them. So, but and if I had known this, I would have, and I wasn't here when they were delivered, but I would have told him, open and check right away in front of the delivery person, if I'd known that was their policy. But we were like going, oh, they're coming from Bad Boy, they're in the boxes, everything should be okay, and they're nicely packed, and then this happens. So now I have to go through the manufacturer's warranty. So I had to call, register the thing with the serial number, and then I was put on hold for half an hour. And in the meanwhile, my contractor and his assistant left. I was here. I was half an hour. I was on hold. Then I talked to the Whirlpool people, and they've booked a service call in a couple of weeks. Now, she said if it wasn't under warranty, that would cost you $130, but since it's under warranty. And I said this was, I was told the term is concealed damage. We opened it and the thing was... So she goes, the technician will come and he will determine whether, it's covered under warranty or not, the damage. So it's a better be. So I'm not all that happy with Bad Boy right now. I really think that, yes, to a certain degree, we should have opened the box right away. But given the thing, when we did open the box, they should have actually, contacted Whirlpool and said, this damage has been done quite some time ago. I mean, look at all the little pieces. But anyway, so they've kind of put it up on responsibility of the manufacturer, the 1-year warranty thing. So let's see what the technician says. I don't know. And I said I don't have to pay that $130 service fee, and she said no because it's under warranty. So I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, we'll deal with it. So and by then it'll give him a chance to do all the other stuff. He's working on reassembling the bathroom upstairs, putting the bathtub back in, and we're just waiting another 2 weeks for the counters. Everything's in place, and he's been working on a trap door here. There's a nice trap door covering the access to the furnace. He's just been cutting it and doing it. And then he has to do the light fixtures and a little bit of stuff here and there. And once we get this sorted out, hopefully after the 12th of October, so I'll have to come early, and they'll call me. But I said, keep in mind I'm coming 3 hours. So everything else is fine. There's been pull, but that's normal. I had a good night with the kids. Had a nice drive over in the Pacifica, and then I was on hold for half an hour, but I talked to them. I've scheduled a service call, and we'll see what happens. So now I'm going to cut the grass and head to the storage garage, drop this, pick up the Mini, and head back to the kids, Oh yes, and little things like this. There was a big hole in this doorstep thing. I looked it up with someone. It's called a ransom or transom or a doorstep or something. But anyway, there was a big hole in the old one here. So he's put a new one, and he says he'll just paint it black, and then he said he'll get his assistant to paint the rest of the door. Something kind of strange happened here. I'm cutting the grass, and I saw that they had these thingies, and I was wondering who put it, and I see that they've got these little, I don't know if it's for telephone or hydro, but each of the houses has it with a little stake. But anyway, I'm cutting along. I go around this thing on the lawnmower, and then I'm riding that way, and I didn't notice. I must have snagged this, I must have snagged this thing on, and I didn't see it because I'm looking forward. It's snagged on here at this handle, and then I pulled the whole cable out. And it's pulled. I don't know who put it in the first place, but everybody has it. So it's something. It's hydro, or it's I don't know what it is. A cable for something. It's not very deep in. It was like an inch. So they must have, removed the grass, done a neat job, put the thing in like 1 inch deep, and then covered it. And then I pulled it up because when I went that way, I pulled up all the grass, and the cable was like that. It was like So now I called my contractor and I said, what do I do now? So I'm going to just try to, with my feet or my hands, Gardening is not my thing. My friend out of province is a very big gardener. She would know about this kind of stuff, So I don't know if this is really a very good thing. It's like this thing is not very deep, whatever it is. If it's some kind of electrical cable, they haven't buried it very deep. It's like an inch. So I'm gonna try. And I don't know if I pulled out where does it connect? Where does it go? Did I pull it out? I don't know what I did. So I've had to sort of tried to put the grass on my knees. I crawled around trying to put the grass back onto the cable that it had pulled out. Does this count as gardening? If it is, it's probably the only gardening I've ever done in my life. Because, I don't think this really counts as gardening as such. You can still see the cable though. I haven't hidden it very well. And here, I don't know what happened. The grass just went, it's kind of exposed. I hope it's not going to when it rains. Look, a squirrel, If my kids were here looking out of that window from the study, the second bedroom, the babies would be very excited. Anyway, bye for now. Maybe I can show this to them in the tape. Bye for now. And he's doing something up here to put this, reassemble the tub, and he's got to connect some pump to something there. So he's hold up on that. Once he has that done, then he can connect the rest of the bathrooms, And he's done a couple of these things were rotten. So he's put the wood there and he's going to stain it, get his assistant to stain it. So little things, they're progressing, We're getting there, slowly but surely, And the last thing, as I've said, that I have to do, very last thing I have to do is just buy a railing for here. You can actually see the water from here, from the inside of the bedroom and from the balcony. That is Lake Erie. So I guess it's sort of connected to the lake you can see from the condo, Lake Ontario. Anyway, bye for now. Another squirrel there, a black one, investigating the cable that I tried to put. I think the squirrel was probably doing a better job of putting the cable, but there he is. There he is, he or she, It's investigating the thing, and the squirrel will probably do a better job on that. Be careful crossing the road, squirrel. There he is. He's safe, good, he or she. But it was investigating the. Okay, mid-shuffle. The Corvette is out, Mini's out, Cadillac is out. Now I gotta put the Corvette in, and the Pacifica and the Cadillac in, and go home in the Mini. And in Mini, just starting up, and phone is in its holder, and I'm about to head back to the kids. Bye for now. I'll probably stop in London or Woodstock, and I'll just get maybe Harveys veggie burger on points. I got so many points. Anyway, bye for now. Here in London, Ontario, at the Harveys, I went to the Chapters right next door, and I put some remainder bucks, and I'm here at the Harveys using my points. I had to pay like $2.50 out of my pocket. I used $10 of points. I'm getting a veggie poutine. Apparently the poutine is, I think I saw it online, and I asked her, and she said, yeah, the poutine is veggie. So I'm getting a veggie poutine, so like a veggie gravy. And I'm getting a veggie burger, which I don't like that much. I prefer the previous nightlife one, but it's okay. So I'm using up my points, some of them at least, $10 worth. Good morning, everybody. It's actually closer to noon on Saturday, the day after my day trip to the house. And we've got Agita here, and we've got one baby here, and the other baby is here. So we got, and both the babies slept very nicely with me on the bed at night and in the morning, and Agita was in her perch, and Agita is now here in the living room. So we've got one baby, two baby, and Agita, and I'm about to give them brunch. And I discovered that tonight is Nuit Blanche, the kind of street art festival, art exhibits all over different areas of the town. And this year, the last 2-3 years, I haven't had it, of course, because of the pandemic. But this year, there's some exhibitions in Tobago, not too far from here, just along the lakeshore. So, and then downtown. And I used to go every year. I used to even volunteer when the university that I taught at had, was part of the exhibition from the art students in the art department. I would sometimes volunteer as one of the people, answering questions there and stuff like that. A long time ago. So anyway, I haven't. Sure. Around it starts at 7 p.m. and goes till next morning. So I'm not going to be out that late, but I will, after 7, I will check out the ones in Topico, maybe go downtown, see if I can park, just wander around a bit, So the plan for today is just to stay home with the kids and do work on journal entries, which I didn't at all yesterday, and, just relax. I might go down and wash the Mini. It's actually quite dirty, so I might take it out for a wash. And if I go out tonight, I'm going to take that one. Hello, everybody. I'm at the car wash. Those people are washing their boat. I'm assuming that's before the winter storage. So anyway, I just washed the Mini. As my friend always says, good sign when I wash cars, So I'm now going to head to PetSmart. Always go to PetSmart, when I'm out. And it's actually been in a week, but we had a lot of stocked up food. So I'm going to go to PetSmart. And then Drug Mart for cola and back home to the kids. Spend some time with the kids. I left them loose, of course. And then I'm going to head out to the Nuit Blanche all night. And I don't know, depending on how much footage I take. If I take a lot of footage, then I might have to do a separate podcast for that, but we'll see. So anyway, and then I'll edit and post tomorrow. Paul was kind of strong again today. That's like, I don't even know if I need to mention that now because it's kind of a given. It's normal. If the pull is ever not quite so strong, I'll mention it. But other than that, it's like pretty, ever since, actually it's been pretty strong since 10 weeks on. It was strong before 10 weeks too, but kind of ramped up at 10 weeks. And it's been pretty constant, yesterday I got a little relief. Then on the way back, I'm driving, thinking about, what? That triggers that memory. And anything, a song, a town I pass, anything can trigger, a whole street. It was like Marcel Proust, I mentioned this before, Cherche de Temps Perdu, Remembrance of Things Past, and he tasted a Madeleine pastry when he was an adult, and it brought back, it triggered all, we used to talk about it in psychology and, information processing model of memory thing, long-term, short-term, sensory memory, all of that stuff. So, but apparently that was his thing. It triggered his memories of when he was a child and growing up in aristocratic, environments in France. And, go, the Madeleine reminded me of the times that I went to the contest, such and such, and then it triggered back all the memories, and he wrote like 14 volumes, 14 volumes of, it's very long. I haven't read all of them myself, but I've read bits and pieces. But he wrote like, it triggered 14 volumes of memories. So I'm like, I've mentioned this before. My triggers are a little, less aristocratic. It's like an ATM reminds me of a binge because I withdraw money from there for illegal stuff. Or a song that plays on the radio, and I'm like, I remember this song plays when I was in that binge, and and I remember it. It's a little sleazier, the Nutty Professor, and it's, anyway. So that's what's happening, and now I'm going to go. So the triggers are everywhere. My former student friend was like going, "Oh, don't think about it," and I'm like going, "If it was that easy, But anyway, and it happened to be very, very powerful thoughts and memories because it was going right into shadow. It's very powerful stuff. So yes. Washing cars, all these things, these pushes, and I say against the poles, yes, they work, but it's a very powerful pull that we're talking about, and the memories that are triggered are very powerful memories because they're like in there, they're in the underground, and this is ordinary world, and the underground is a lot more interesting in many ways, dangerous, but interesting and powerful, and it's very iddy. So those memories, those thoughts, and those triggered cravings, very powerful, very, So yes, the kids are huge pushes, and my friends are huge pushes, and this stuff is it's a push. It's not a huge push, but it's a push. Even when I'm drying the car, I'm like going, maybe I could be doing something else. But anyway, so tonight the thing is to be going to the Nuit Blanche thing. So I go back to the kids. Buying, cat food always helps. So I got to go buy some cat food, and it's the pull of it's the pushes of the ordinary world. My kids and feeding my kids and getting them the right flavors and all of that stuff. So I got to go. So those are the pushes. As strong as the pushes are, as I've said before, the pushes only need to be stronger by 1 cat hair length. That's about how much stronger they are right now. It's tenuous. It's a very tenuous balance. But so far, and my contractor friend, when I told him yesterday, it was 93 days yesterday, and he goes, "Oh, you got to try to make for 100." And I go, "Yeah, just 7 more days, so next Friday." But I said, the danger here is that if I make it to 100, and then I'm like going, "Oh, I'm going to celebrate my party." Gotta kind of be a little aware of that, a little careful. Anyway, all is well. Mini is clean. It was nice and I cleaned it up inside a little bit too. Yeah, so a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna go buy cat food and then home to the kids. Bye for now. Hello everybody. I was just shopping and it was already almost 7 o'clock. So then I said, why not check out some of the exhibits in this area of Etobicoke before I go home, and then later on at night I'll head to downtown. So this is I went and bought some cola from the Shopping Drug Mart just over there, and I'm looking for the exhibit. It's supposed to be by the one up here. It's supposed to be by the Kipling subway station, which is what this is. Now I don't see any signs anywhere. I don't see any. I have a feeling this white car is looking for the same thing because I've been driving around. It's not obviously apparent where the your intrepid, art-loving Nutty Professor is nothing if not determined. I was going to say dogged, but that doesn't really work. But so I couldn't find. I checked this crescent. I'm like going, this is a crescent. Maybe this is and that's the subway thingy, and it's just not here. So I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is. I'm giving up. I searched and searched, so I went on to Humber College. I actually taught right before I started teaching full time at the place that I did. I did I taught one course at that campus, long time, many years ago. So I know where the campus is. Okay, got back a little while ago. Let the babies into the room, and we got Agita settled there on a perch, and one of her brothers settled on his perch, on the smaller perch, and the other one insisted, and I think this is Lcee, insisted that I open this door because he wants to get his toys out of there, and that's his favorite toy, the wand one, and he'll take that and put it on the bed. So anyway, he's going in there. So, I've already taped after getting back, but I might attach that to the to one of the 2 podcasts. So we're going to have one podcast about the week, and then one podcast about the Nuit Blanche. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to, close with what. We'll see. And tomorrow, I'll do some editing and taping, and then post the 2 podcasts. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, about 5 o'clock in the morning, day 95. Bye for now. Good morning, everybody. It's around noon. This is the day after visiting Nuit Blanche last night, and I am planning on doing a separate podcast on that with all the material I have. So it's also day. I'm going to have to look this up now, but I think we're at day 96, if I'm not mistaken. I think Friday is going to be 100, So it's day 96, and the plan for today is feed the kids their brunch, and then have my own brunch. I might go out, or I might just have bread and cheese at home. And then I just want to work on editing and posting like 2 podcasts one about the events of the week, and one about last night, the Nutty Professor's take on Nuit Blanche. So, I'm going to work on editing and posting, and hello everybody, I'm here at Sunset, the one relatively nearby, but I walked. It's normally a 25-minute to half an hour walk, but they closed at 3:30 and it was already close to 3, so I walked very briskly, and I got here, like 3:10. It's like maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20. But anyway, the kitchen is still open, so, and he's bringing another hot sauce as well. So I'm just having eggs and toast. And then I will walk a little bit more leisurely back along the lake, sit by the lake for a bit, and then go home and work on editing and posting. Oh, we're still strong again this morning. It's just, it's gonna live with it, that's all. In spite of everything, in spite of the going to the, thank you very much. Going to the Nuit Blanche last night, and the kids extra cuddly at night, as they are every night these days. And, everything was good, and, I got up, and I knew that I had to edit and post today, but Paul was still very, very strong. And I guess it's time. We're pretty close to the 100-day mark. I think it's 96 today. 96? It could even be 97. I'm not keeping the closest count, but it's okay. But I think it's around 96. Oh, here comes my food. Thank you very much. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, that was a brand new bottle of Tabasco. Plus I put Kahlua. Plus I put the Chipotle Tabasco. So I think it's ready to eat now. So I'm going to finish this, head back, and then stay in with the kids, edit and post, and maybe try to do some reading tonight. I bought some books the other day. Anyway, bye for now. Okay, there's an ice cream truck here. I'm almost back. And I just stopped to have an ice cream in water and have my dessert. So get back and work on editing and posting. Hi kids, you up there? Okay, bye for now. Okay, just got back. Agita's there. The two babies are here. I think it's day 95. I wasn't sure if it was 95 or 96. I think it's 95. But I'm now going to work on... Paul is still strong, but as I said, that's just the way it is. Just gonna, just day by day. So I'm going to work on editing and posting 2 podcasts. The one about the week's events and also last night's Nuit Blanche. So from the 4 of us. So from the 2 babies and Agita and myself, the nuttiest of professors. Bye for now. See you next podcast.